What you said, lady? Me either.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to kick off. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
That how I was last season with Dallas pick. I had the number 3 pick. Who did I got a linebacker, Peyton Wilson. That boy had 90 speed, 93 acceleration. You'll see him.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
From the gun, it's Allen. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
What you laughing at, man? You know that's gonna be Julio's jersey number this season for the Titans.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter.
Still my Falcons.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game.
For one, bro, that nigga ain't gave us no good real this season by last 3 seasons. Y'all.
43-yard punt, just a
then he 33
on the return, and the Texans will take.
And then it was the money situation for real. We saved a lot of money by moving him. You know what I'm saying? Like our salary cap. Yes.
Back at the 16-yard line. So 3 yards, and now
it's from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him from once.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he hits his tight end, Ebron.
Good catch.
Taken down, but not before he gets the ball shy of the 30 to the 29. First 7 downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And he'll give it here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
He was tackled.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. On the right side here, and that's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
On 2nd down, Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Here's Tua. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Eric Ebron with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Texans 7, Steelers nothing. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
From the 27, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 30 yards. Here's McFarland. Ross Blacklock on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Running with McFarland. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with McFarland. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming. On now, Tucker McCann. From the left hash, a chip shot here.
A 21-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And they are on the board, but still trailing in 7-3. So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that
way. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 18. A huge play there for Houston. 54 yards on the ground. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
3rd down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's McFarland. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And did he get in? Yes, they say. It's a touchdown. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Texans 17. Steelers 3. Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 25-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 49-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 2nd and 9, Allen. Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to have a 1st down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Able to hit his target, Claypool. That'll be a gain of 15 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Allen going to try and throw on third down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 19 yards away. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
For the extra point.
Until that late score here in the second quarter, they only had the field goal, so that's just big to see that football get into the end zone.
Yeah, when you look at the scoreboard now, nothing seems out of reach. They've been outplayed in the first half, but when the clock hits zeros as they head into the half, you know what I do as the head coach?
What?
I tell my team to sprint to the locker room to show that we've got the momentum and show that we're right back in this game.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside gill. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
At the 33-yard line.
And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown, Houston.
A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans push further out in front.
Extra point.
I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. You just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun. Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line.
At the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Allen. Nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Allen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave... Great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
A gain of 12. First down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got him in wide open and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
First down, Houston.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
3-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Texans 34. Steelers 10.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. On second and a couple. Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Tua wants to throw it on second down. And his QT complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He went with it over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down, Texans.
Now they try the right side here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, Let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
He's across midfield.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run here with McFarland. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's costing them.
The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. So after the INT, it's Allen. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Operating from the gun, Allen. Down the middle, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. They could get it done, but guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard. And he's in! Touchdown, Steelers! Anthony McFarland hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And the lead is down to 20.
Makes the score Texans 37, Steelers 17. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think, look, you might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried it out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football, because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
He stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
He was brought down.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Houston.
They'll give it here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got an open man, it's QT. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. He spins free. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Texans.
Scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Houston, they continue to put themselves in position for a 1st-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they suffered just their 2nd loss as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week.